problematic state. Okay. And then lastly, number 4. Okay, and lastly, number 4, Nietzsche talks about 3 categories as the conditions for the possibility of attaining the highest value, right? So this highest value is the moral imperative, the ought, the big ought. The 3 categories are aim, unity, and being. Aim, unity, and being. Right? These are the preconditions for the highest value. H. Right? AUB is the precondition, the condition for the possibility of attaining the highest value. Aim, unity, and being. Right? We're aiming for this unified, supreme perfection, and that existence, that being is what's driving me. I want to transform myself from what I am to what I ought to be. And obviously, once I attain that, then everything collapses, as we've seen. Right? So, 4A, AUB leads to, aim, unity, and being, leads to the highest values. That is, prior to the onset of discouragement, prior to insecurity, prior to a sense of deception, on my way up, during the process of becoming, I am in the process of becoming because I have adopted AUB, aim, unity, and being. I'll say it again. I am in the process of becoming because I have adopted a sense of aim, unity, and being. 4B. Aim, unity, and being serves to motivate our directedness towards the highest value, right? It is also the condition for the possibility of our becoming. And that should make sense. It's technical, but that should make sense, right? Aim, unity, and being is the condition for the possibility both of the highest value, but is the driving force, the motivation behind our becoming. 4C. Once we recognize then that the highest value devalues themselves, once we recognize that the attainment of the highest values collapses in on itself, the world becomes utterly valueless. And the claim is, quote, the categories aim, unity, and being, which we use to project some value into the world, we pull out from the world. It's complete crap. Aim, unity, and being is what caused me to want to aspire for the mountain peak. And now that I'm here, I'm full of discouragement and despair because I recognize how good I had it, and I recognize I can never get it again, and I recognize that's all in front of me is crap. And if I posit a better world, then that's crap and it's self-denying. And now I just give up, right? So the categories aim, unity, and being, which we use to project some value into the world, we pull out again. So the world looks valueless, right? And that emphasis was in the original. So there is a recognition of a failure, right? That the system is completely fallacious and it's inherently flawed. After recognizing that aim, unity, and being devalues the world, we become universally, what I say, big N, right? Nihilistic with a big N, not nihilistic with a small n. Universally nihilistic with a big N, right? To conclude, at the bottom of page 13, 12b, I just want to read this last bit, and then I'm going to continue in the next section, explain in more detail sort of the implications of this. All of the values by means of which we have tried so far to render the world esteemable for ourselves, and which then proved inapplicable, and therefore devaluated the world. It didn't apply, and then it devaluated the world. Everything that we thought was the case ended up devaluing the world. All these values are psychologically considered the result of certain perspectives of utility, and we'll talk about that in the next section, designed to maintain and increase human constructs of domination. This sense of utility is used to, and has been designed to, dominate individuals. And they have been falsely projected into the essence of things. What we find here is still the hyperbolic naivete, which is a great line, right? What we find here is still the hyperbolic naivete of man, positing himself as the meaning and measure of the value of things. So what I'll do in the next section is discuss this in more detail. So I'll end this section with 12b, and I'll begin the next section again with 12b, and we'll look at it in more detail. With that, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the lecture on Wills of Power. I'm Dr. Jason J. Campbell, and have a good day.